Open Sesame, Arch Boy Chosen, man. Like, subscribe, enjoy the real, honest reaction and review. Tokyo Revengers Fall Off needs to be studied for the next 100 years. I can't believe my eyes, bro. The writer refuses to make a cool main character. I don't understand. He's so stubborn. He's made a main character that's not strong, not intelligent, and doesn't work hard, and not confident, and cries. I don't understand. Like I don't get it. It's like the writer is going out of his way to make a character that's so regular that anybody can be him, to tell people, yeah, no, as a regular person, you can achieve your dream. Well, okay, even though you have no talent. Okay, well, that's fair. You know, hard work beats talent when talent does work hard, right? We've all heard that saying. Oh, okay, so he works hard? No. Oh, he's not talented. He doesn't work hard. Okay, well, what does he do? So he's just going to achieve his dream because he cries and he doesn't stop. What? But that doesn't, it does, wait, that's not reality. That's dumb. That's dumb. And watching these past 2 episodes of season 3, y'all, it's now turned into no character development, and not just no character development without even like I said, there's no character development. On top of no character development, the writing now has turned to awful. Here's what I'm saying by awful. Because there's key things that happen in the show that is, you see where he's trying to go, but he's like trying to skip steps because he wants to make his own type of setting. And it seems like a writer that's very stubborn. It seems like a writer that doesn't like anime tropes, the classic anime tropes. And because he doesn't like the classic anime tropes, he's pushing so much against the anime tropes. It's like, I'm going to do it my own way, and I want it to be this specific way. But because he wants it to be this specific way, it doesn't make sense. And there's no way people haven't read his material and critiqued it and like, bro, this has to be included. Like, a training arc has to be included. Character development has to be included. Like, yeah, no, he does have to get stronger. Like, it's part of it. Here's why I say bad writing. Because he could have did any type of character development before. He could have started out season 2 with character development. But it's like an ants to grind against it. And like I said, I don't want to jump all over the place. So let me bring it back to this season and why I specifically said bad writing. So in season 3, already, Takemichi, y'all, his biggest nemesis is Kasaki. Kasaki always messes up his plans. No matter how much he goes back in time and changes stuff, Kasaki always messes up the plans, right? In this season, he jumps to the conclusion, because Kasaki has messed up his plan so much, his conclusion is Kasaki can time travel just like him. He skips the conclusion of, oh, so the common denominator is Kasaki. We've already established him as the main villain, so I'm probably going to have to kill Kasaki. He skips that. He skipped that entire thought process, which is way more logical, and jumps to Kasaki has time traveling powers like me. What? He said it and it was like, what? And even the writer makes a little bit of a joke of how wild it is, because in the next, I would say 3-5 minutes in the scene, while Takemichi talks to Naruto, the boy who he shakes his hand with and he goes back in time, you know what I'm saying, that guy, Naruto is like, oh, so basically we're going to have to kill him. And Takemichi's like, what? Kill him? Like, are you sure? Like, that's a little wild, man. That's a little wild that you have to kill Kasaki? What? 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 It's a little wild in season 3. It's a little wild to. It's a little wild to come to the conclusion that you need to kill Kasaki. And Kasaki has literally killed your mans right by you as you're being tortured. He's the reason for Mikey. He's the reason for Baji's death. But killing Kasaki is just so out of your mind, out of your head. And as I said, L writing, because it's like the writer is like, I want this to be the suspenseful, keep people on their toes mystery. But it doesn't make sense. It's not a logical destination to go to. And it reminded me, if you guys seen the clip of Avengers when War Machine is like, yeah, if we go back in time and just to baby Thanos, I feel like all this kind of comes to an end. It was a jokey joke, obviously. But at least in Tokyo Avengers, they're all the same age. So yeah, bro, it makes sense that you go back and you take out, because we've established he's a villain. Do they explain how he can time travel yet? They don't explain how Takamichi can time travel. It's still rocking with this power. Which I don't have a problem with them not explaining. But this is why I say bad writing. Because how do you go to the conclusion that Kasaki time travels instead of come to the conclusion that you just need to kill Kasaki? That doesn't. And then when someone brings up killing Kasaki, you're like, oh, that's so outrageous. That's wild. No. What? Like, you're skipping steps in a story that you want to paint, but as a writer is trying to paint a picture, it doesn't make sense that he's missing logical stuff because he's just trying to get there. And that's why I say bad writing. And that was episode 1. And as I said, there is no character development. So as you're going in season 1, in season 2, the same thing is still being sprouted. Yo, Takamichi, you run away, we'll all protect you. Like he's a prince. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, if you see Legend of Arson, like he's the prince, and like, yo, we're gonna need your potential in the future, bro. Just get away. One Piece, Whitebeard's like, yeah, everyone goes together like, we need to protect Luffy. Luffy is the next generation. You know, like that type of trope in anime where the old generation protects for the new generation to get away. All Might, like, yeah, man, I leave to new generation so much talent. My nigga, this is your peak. There ain't. What are they waiting on? What are they protecting and waiting on you for? What are you gonna do, to cry? You're gonna cry to somebody, and that's gonna change the world. But that's what, and they're the same age, and everyone's the same age as him protecting him. Even his girlfriend be protecting him. Like, no, stop hitting my man. Like, bro, it's like, damn, he just gotta be a punk all the time, and I don't understand. So let me go back to what I was saying with the. It's like the writer is so against anime tropes, in the classic anime tropes, that he's stubborn in how he's doing this anime. It's like, I'm gonna do it my own way. I don't care about the anime tropes. I don't want my anime to have the anime tropes of a training arc. And him growing and getting stronger and starting off weak and then getting stronger and achieving his dreams. How about this? I'll make him consistently be weak and he'll still achieve his dreams. What? That doesn't. Wait, that's not reality. Anime tropes, I know they are necessary. And here's why I said he could have been did this. All he had to do, if he didn't want to take a whole season for a training arc, he could have had a 1 episode, because Jabba's reincarnation just recently did. And I didn't even like Jabba's reincarnations last season. To where you take 1 episode, he could have did this after season 1, because season 1 should have been when Takamichi had character development, because the fact that season 2 had none and he was still weak was ridiculous. But after season 1 is where the writer lost everybody, because everybody was devastated and disappointed with season 2. The writer could have simply said, hey, Kasaki's disappeared, or Kasaki's been around and he hasn't made a move these last 3 to 6 months. Takamichi has been working out, training every day with some random old martial artist. He's been going back in time from the future, so his knowledge in the future of martial arts have like kind of taught him how to fight. His reflexes are a little bit better. And it could have been, yeah, it's been 6 months since. Hasn't heard anything, but I've been training. I've been working out. I look different. I know how to fight a little bit now. My power's better. Like, he could have took an episode of the beginning of season 2 and done that. And instead of the cliffhanger of season 2 ending, he could have taken out the cliffhanger of season 2. He said, all right, we'll hold that off for season 3. And what I'll do is I'll have an episode, once again, of a 3 to 6 month. Yeah, it's been 3 to 6 months. Takamichi's been training. Now he's stronger. Now he's a little confident now. Boom. It would have been solved. The training arc would have been so quick. But no. Takamichi is still the same crybaby. He's not intelligent. He's not strong. And he's not even confident. He just cries and wants to accomplish his goal through the power of tears. He's going to accomplish his dream through the power of tears and friendship. It's such a dumbass. And not just any goal, not just any dream, but a dream of basically defeating and conquering in the gangster world. In the gangster world, y'all. That's what he wants to. He's going to accomplish everything he wants to in a gangster world through tears. Sounds like the talkie no jutsu. Man! And at least Naruto fighting, squabbling, training to get stronger, and is confident. Like, this dude's not confident at all. And every 5 seconds, everybody like, hey, you get away from here. Stay out of this. You get away. Takamichi and the kids first. Like what? Well, how are we going to make him cool? How is he going to win? And I compared Tokyo Revengers to Re:Zero all the time. And I always said Re:Zero's main character is way more charismatic than Takamichi. And the only reason we feel bad for Re:Zero is because the dude's in a magical world with demons, witches, gods, elite knights. He's really a regular dude in a magical world. In this world with Tokyo Revengers, he's a dude in a regular world. You can practice. You can train. But he doesn't do anything. And let me continue. So I talked about the writer being stubborn. And this is where I say there's also bad writing. In episode 2, this is a not too bad of a spoiler, but in episode 2, right? Takamichi is with Naruto. They're running away. And as they're running away, a gun gets pointed at Takamichi. Naruto jumps in the way. Naruto jumps in the way. Boom, he gets shot, right? As Naruto's bleeding out, Takamichi is by him, right? Kisaki and some other goons come out of the alley, have a gun pointed at Takamichi, and they're like, yo, we need to kill him. Let's kill him. And they order somebody else. They order one of the henchmen to kill him. In this time, Takamichi is literally just staring at the shooters, crying. And the whole time, you know what everyone's saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Takamichi, shake his hand. Takamichi, shake Naruto's hand. Takamichi, shake his hand. Shake his hand and go back in time. Shake his hand and go back in time. Takamichi, just shake his hand. Takamichi, just shake his hand. Takamichi, please, for the love of God, just shake his hand. Shake his hand and leave. 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 Wow, did you know you could shake his hand and leave? And Takamichi's just sitting there just crying, staring at the guy. As Naruto's like bleeding out. He's just like, like, I can't believe, like, what's going on? Like, are you really gonna kill me? Like, I can't believe this. Like, like, that's what's been shot. Like, what's gonna happen? Like, and you're like, bro, Takamichi, bro, shake his hand. Bro, like, you're like, bro, Takamichi, shake his hand. Takamichi, shake his hand. So, the other guy then shoots Takamichi, right? And then, but, shoots him in the chest because he really wants him to survive. Shoots him in the chest. As Naruto and Takamichi are, like, bleeding out together, he's, like, crying. They're having a moment. And Naruto says, like, I always thought you were a loser, but, you're not a loser because you don't give up. And then they shake hands. And Takamichi goes back in time. That is what I call bad writing. Because you're trying to create a moment, suspense, right? Drama, an emotional, powerful scene. Because I see what you were going for. But when we watch it, it doesn't make no sense because you're forgetting key things. Like Takamichi could just shake his hand the entire time. This doesn't make sense why you're just like, he's just sitting there crying. And let me make this clear. Is Tokyo Revengers PG or what? I just want to know, is it PG or not? Because if it's PG, my criticism is not fair at all. If this is for like little 8, 9, 10-year-olds, my criticism is not fair at all. But this is a gangster anime, right? People get shot, beating people up, go to jail, dead. I would say that this anime isn't PG. So no, it doesn't make sense for this Power Ranger moment, Powerpuff Girls moment. Like this is Beyblade or something, right? Of this, oh well, I was just so scared at the moment and I couldn't. We're in season 3, bruh. You shouldn't be this scared dude that don't know what to do. That don't know how to, hey, yeah, all right, I'm gonna shake his hand. Oh man, I'm gonna die. All right. Peace out, Nato. Or like he could have just said, peace out, Nato. Like, Nato, I promise. This isn't the end. And shake his hand and go back in time. Instead, you're trying to cultivate these deep moments that are forced because they don't make sense. And you see what the writer is trying to do, but it's L writing. And like I said, I don't know what it is about this writer, but it seems to me, in my opinion, that he is against anime tropes. He doesn't like the classic anime tropes so much that he wants to do anime his own way and write it in his own way, that he doesn't want no training arcs. He doesn't want no type of power boost. He doesn't want no training arcs. He doesn't want anything of that nature. He wants a character that pretty much stays the same throughout. No character development, y'all. Whether it's an isekai, seinen, or shonen, there's always character development. There's just no. This is who he is. Live with it. Have fun with it. And I don't know why he thought it was a good idea to make the main character in a gangster anime not be smart, strong, or have work ethic, or be confident. I don't understand why we'd root for him. Why would we be behind him? How is he supposed to be this good guy? Especially when the main antagonist is a genius. The main antagonist is a genius. So how the hell are you supposed to win? And you're not stronger than anybody, whether they're on your team or not. So you and he's all those, and and that's, and I don't get why. I really don't get it, y'all. Especially after the first season, because I love the first season of Tokyo Revengers, and it was going on this path of, okay, he'll be stronger next season, and then he wasn't. He was the same guy. You were like, wow, that is kind of trash. How is he supposed to do anything? And there's a stronger villain than season 1. And so there's no development at all. There's no seriousness with Takamichi. And you just get to a point of this anime had so much potential, but it's been wasted. It was a huge hit in the West and I think around the world, especially because I think they had a live action immediately, super popular. But to me, he just sold it because it seems like a writer that's very stubborn. How do y'all feel about Tokyo Revengers? I already said the new season is bad. It's not going to work. And I think the writer is stubborn. It's your boy Chosen. I try to give it up honestly. And I've been very hard on Tokyo Revengers. And if people even know about the Villain Saga comparison I just made. I wasn't a huge fan of Villain Saga Season 2. I said, but there was character development. Regardless of how slow the pacing was that I thought was ridiculous, it was character development. The fact that this writer refuses character development is amazing to me. It's appalling, especially when you had all the hype. And I really don't know why he refuses to develop his main character. It's like he doesn't like him. Or he's just so stuck in the moral of the story being, I want everybody to know that you can be just a regular guy that's not smart, strong, talented at all, and doesn't work hard, and not confident, but you can accomplish your goal through the power of crying in friendship. yeah, you will be on the street homeless. It's your boy Chosen, baby. Like and subscribe.